Hi guys, I hope you have a nice day, and I'm glad you're here with me on my channel Levelation. I will tell you my opinion about the game Enshrouded that I played, all the pros and cons of this game. Let's go! So, what kind of game is this? It's basically a game where one can build at your own pace. It's also a walks the wall, so everything can be mined and destroyed. You can build uniquely in your own style. Plenty to discover and a lot of enemies to kill, also there are only a limited amount of different enemies and boss for the moment. One thing I should stress for people interested in this game because of it being tagged as a survival game. It's not a survival game, guys. Not a survival game. It's RPG with crafting and exploration. You don't have to do any of the things you need to do to survive, such as eat, drink, sleep, treat wound and illness or battle exposure or fatigue. So if you're looking for that type of game, look elsewhere. You can completely play this solo or with friends, lots of classes to explore. It's also used Valheim saving system, so you only need to create one guy if you don't want to start over, playing with friends or on a public server. Great looking vistas, fun way to travel around, really fun and easy building system, voxel world, great soundtrack to get you into the mood and lots of lore to discover through questing. With Enshrouded, King Games isn't trying to reinvent open world survival crafting. They're just trying to make the best open world survival craft game on the market, and they're in the running for doing so. This voxel-based building adventure game takes from some of the best games in the genre, such as Valheim, and implements them with craft and polish. I could gush about the awesome things in this game, and since this review is a perfect place to do so. The game is open world, but excels in giving you quests that will take you into arrays of interest, and those arrays are dripping with lore that enrich the experience. In this game, you are not a Renaissance paragon who is somehow warrior, farmer, blacksmith, alchemist, etc. Rather, your character is an adventurer who is tasked with rescuing others of your kind, and they have the specialization. This NPC, one rescued, can be placed at your base where they will give you quests to advance their ability to use their crafts. Rescue the blacksmith and he will enable the creation of a forge. Then give you a quest to find the crucible need for him to create a smithy. The game is full of much loved quality of life mechanics. Your inventory is limited by space, but not by weight, so you can develop your character statistics as you really desire without feeling required to dump points into managing car weight. You have 3 food drink slots in your stomach, and the food you eat give important buffs. But you will never perish from hunger or thirst, so you can spend the hours you work on your base without interruptions to manage needs, and even leave the game running during real-life interruptions. Plus, as with games like Valheim and Raft, there is no food spoilage. Other quality of life mechanics include very limited corpse drops. When you die, you drop a random selection of your materials, but not your weapons, armor, or vital objects like quest items. It's very important. No more running back naked to try to get your gear from an array you couldn't survive when you had it. An additional nice feature is that your tombstone will be on the last safe to stand place you were before you died. Something I discovered when I crashed my first glider and found my corpse was a long way from where I died. It was back on the edge of the tower I had jumped from. Some quality of life mechanics is locked behind progression. It takes a good amount of gameplay before you can rescue a carpenter who will provide the expertise needed to craft magical chests that enable crafting from containers. It can be a painful wait, but it makes getting there so much sweeter, believe me. And on the subject of storage, let me think that they're so hard for making all storage containers the same size externally. Finally, how many games have forced me to completely redo my storage area because upgraded containers can't fit in the same place? Or worse, have a larger footprint that makes them less space to storage efficient than the basic ones. With Enshrouded, none of that. and the storage chest stuck. It's like the devs have played game and know what gamers need. And a special thanks for the lack of raids, destructive weather, or other nonsense that interrupts building or threatens to destroy everything you have spent hours creating. There are plenty of games for that, but with Enshrouded, I'm free to build the base I want instead of feeling forced to make the most defensive structure I can. Other elements of the game are blissfully streamlined. I don't have to water and babysit crops. There's a cool danger factor in being able to have your weapon break in combats, yet I have never been a fan of weapon tools degradation because repairing always felt like add green that doesn't improve the game experience. So I am a fan of being able to repair all your weapon tools with a single click at the crafting bench with no material cost. And speaking of combat, it's good. Special shout out to the addition of a short range, low damage, fast weapon that doesn't use mana or ammo. Wanda effing amazing. And the wide variety of weapons, armor, spells, and potions, and impressive skill tree also allows for a plethora of different builds. Of course, the game is still in early access. The world is not infinite, but also absolutely not small and filled with quests, secrets, and treasure. There are a lot of to explore already. A good variety of different biomes, animals, enemies, plants, auras. All of this isn't to say there are no issues, not things I wish the developer would consider as they expand on and improve the game. There are bugs. I play with max quality graphics 99% of the time, but I have to drop that down to blast or even performance quality inside some of the trap-laden towers so the game crashes. The game occasionally struggles to load high-quality textures. Such issues are few and barely mar my enjoyment of this beautiful game. Which does bring me to a small wish list of improvements. First and foremost, being an increase in character models and options. We need more faces and maybe simultaneous body types. I would like more choice in hair colors. I would like to be able to choose my eye color. Fascinating that I can choose my grunting voice from many different and barely distinguishable options. I have noticed some negative feedback stemming from a misconception about the co-op aspect of the game. People are saying that you can create your own base chests. This is not an MMO light with multiple guilds or tribes. It's a single player or co-op game where games and vault are shared, not an each person own pace. But multiplayer and co-op do have problems. Let's be honest. Progression is server-wide and character-dependent. This means if a character is not present when a quest is completed, they lose on the rewards for the quest, but also can't receive the quest themselves, officially getting their progression. Only one person gets both and quest rewards on 4-16-person server. Good luck sharing loot. Even into player co-op, both players always present. Quest progression is broken. In that time, I helped my co-op partner complete several quests, including a major boss kill, and I don't have the quest completion reflected in my journal, but the array is permanently altered, and I can receive or complete those quests, so my progression is bricked. If you want a single-player exploration game with a compelling world and decent combat, go for it. But if you want to play multiplayer in any capacity, I will look elsewhere. Sure, the launch was a little rough like any other game, but the devs have been absolutely amazing responding in their Discord with their helpers and trying to resolve things as quickly as possible. The patch to explore this beautiful massive map is great. Despite numerous flaws or unmet expectations and several raids for an early game and its reasonable price, I consider it worth recommending for those who enjoy games like Valheim. There are clear inspirations from Dark Souls, Zelda, and Valheim, but this does not hinder the game from delivering fun. I don't remember the last time any survival game has hooked me enough to play it for 3 days straight. So, Enshrouded is an exploration game with some interesting mechanism and somewhat boring enemy variety. It's one of the best early access games that I have ever played. The game offers more in the initial release than most major studio releases and in a fair better state of playability as well. The story and lore is very well done. I'm intrigued to see how the story unfolds. I do hope that they add more voices acting in the future. The NPCs in the game are still grand and numbing. The intro is beautiful down thought. Overall, Enshrouded is an easy to recommend game. I play mostly solo, but the co-op is very enjoyable as well. I recommend the host have a good internet connection, else it will be a headache. I hope Enshrouded gets the recognition it deserves and we can all enjoy this great game. Absolutely great game. That's all. Thanks for listening to the end. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please don't forget to leave a like. I would really appreciate it. And also, please subscribe to my channel and it will be motivate me to make more videos for you. Write and ask any question that I will answer in the comments below this video, I promise. Bye bye, and I love you!